What is good? Where am I? We're gonna try that again. All right. What is good, everyone? Uh, thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a good day. I hope that wasn't too weird because that was not how I planned it to happen. That was a first. Anyways, hello. Some of you might have watched the last Higurashi stream last week, where YouTube just kicked me out and I could not get it to work again. So we had to basically stop in the middle of a scene, and it was a thing. People have asked me why the hell that happened. I don't know. People have asked me where the second part of that stream is. It doesn't exist. Uh, you might if you're watching this as a VOD and you come from part two into this, which is the third stream for Higurashi 3, uh, and suddenly there's just a part missing where you feel like, okay, I haven't seen that scene yet, or maybe I'm further into the scene. That's because I didn't immediately notice that YouTube cut me off. So there might be like 10, 15 minutes or something that are just gone. The recording also bugged out. So I don't have the footage anymore. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, we're still doing club activities. I love this so much. I've been looking forward to this all week. I can't contain myself having to voice Sadako through more club activities. So hi Jay. I hope you can beat the boss in Elden Ring soon. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Alright, this time I won't press on start. I'll press continue and press here. And here. We're loading the scene. Okay. So let's be real. Can we? Oh shit. Okay, we can't go back up because it's not loaded. I was hoping I can get some, some context, because even I don't really know what was going on. When you to the boss, I will rant about it. Don't worry. All right, perfect. So I'm wondering if YouTube's going to work properly today, because it caught up towards the end of Wednesday's Elden Ring stream and seemed to work fine then. Oh, I also tried to fix skill issue and see if that works. Okay. Fuck, doesn't work. All right. Guess that's still not a thing. No redeems for you guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, so we are in school. I think Keiichi dodged the. Oh, right, that's what happened. Basically, Rika lost the lunch bringing contest thingy because she stole her lunch from the boys. And then Sadako and Keiichi also confessed to also not taking the challenge seriously and making their own lunches. So now they all got to go to Chie Sensei to confess that they think curry sucks. And I think that was all that happened in last week's stream. It was very not great. I don't like it so much. Why did you redeem that? You're playing the wrong game. I can have skill issue in Higurashi. Don't you dare underestimate me. Okay. Let's go. We gotta get through this. I can do it. Call an ambulance in advance, will you? And maybe a hearse, just in case. Oh, I remember that. I didn't know how to pronounce that. Is it hearse or hears? Leaving a bewildered Mion and a happily smiling Rena behind in the classroom, I went into the hallway. Curry is amazing. Like I said, I have never had actual curry.
What are you doing? You finally won for once. I had no idea you had such an odd taste for these punishment games that you'd go so far as to volunteer yourself for one.
Guess so. It's a little much for a hobby, eh?
I swear, I think you're underestimating this one. We're one thing, but grave harm might actually befall you, Cage-san. I hope you're ready to have one or two ribs broken.
That sounds like it would hurt. I don't like getting hurt. What a bitch. Real men like getting hurt.
Cage-san, you just stand there and nod along, okay? Rika and I will smooth it over. I swear, I can't believe I have to look after you even during a punishment game. Seriously.
I already know that and knew that her pouty behavior was a sign that she was actually in a really good mood. She's so... Fuck that kid. So it made me want to smile. If there is a Sadako punching bag, I would buy... I'd buy 10. Hey, I do want to eat some vegetable stir fry. Sadako, can you make that? Oh, is he abusing her now? Perfect.
What? Well, there's nothing I can't do if I put my mind to it.
You can make it very well. I really like Sadako's stir fry. I really like Sadako's stir fried. She was uneasy at first, but when she got assurance from Rika-chan, she turned back and looked at me with once more confident eyes. It's settled then. Let's go shopping for stuff after school today. I don't really have any idea what to buy after all.
That is true, isn't it? I think it's still a little too early for you to go shopping at the supermarket, Gage-san. It would make me anxious if I wasn't watching.
And Sadako makes me anxious that she'll buy the wrong thing if I'm not watching. Yeah, because she's a stupid kid. Why are we acting like she's suddenly like a super capable person?
Rika!
Beep. Conversation continued as we walked until we arrived before the door to the teacher's lounge. Don't worry, with how loud Sadako is, they already know we're coming. Okay, let's get this punishment game over with and discuss the menu for tonight. Meep. They're like a family now. What's going on? Rika-chan gleefully grabbed onto my arm. In turn, I pulled Sadako to me, grabbing her shoulder with my other hand. We'll all be together in death. I won't let anyone die alone. Is that foreshadowing? We're all together. I won't let anybody die alone.
What an indiscreet thing to say! I want no part in something so disturbing.
She may have sounded annoyed. She was so happy it was gonna make me blush. Alright, just beyond this door is the world after death. However, we shall return. All of us will.
Yes, everyone will. Then let us sally forth.
Slam. We opened the doorway to the world of death. And like she did every day, just as the sun rose in the eastern sky. You see that curry over here? Okay, she has an actual rack with seasonings and shit, and a book about curry. This is so dumb. This is so fucking stupid. Chie-sensei was eating curry for lunch. You know, between all the killings and people going crazy and stuff like that, Chie-sensei is actually the most fucked up person in this whole game. Eating curry, I mean, as I said, I've never had actual curry, but I guess it's probably good, right? But eating curry every frickin' day. Eating the same thing, it doesn't even matter that it's curry, every single fucking day. No fucking thank you. Oh, wait. No, I skipped something. It was store-bought, but she made a point of eating a different brand every day. Well, that changes everything. Oh, my. My Barakan. Birthday-san and Hojo-san. Is something the matter? She appeared to be in the middle of a moment of supreme bliss, her mouth full of her beloved curry. Eating curry every day would make your whole toilet brown. True. And we were to pick a fight with her. What a crime this punishment game would be. However, it was what we had to do. For that was the rule of our club. Yeah, I hope the club falls apart soon. The three of us held each other's shoulders tightly once more. They're actually walking into this like fucking bros. Like that. Alright, let's do this. Ready?
What do you mean, ready? Kage-san, you're going to stay quiet. Rika and I will handle everything. Entrust your life to me for now. Go for it. Yay.
What are you all doing? Huh? We could see 2 or 3 question marks popping up above the teacher's head. Alright, Sadako. This is the only time I'll trust you with my life. Yeah, never do that. Not a good idea. Because I'll be shutting my eyes tightly and only thinking about what we'll be having for dinner. I'm leaving it to you. Sadako inhaled deeply. And so...
Hey, you over there! You stuck-up curry snob! You're single because you smell like garlic!
I thought they wouldn't... I thought they just say curry sucks, but they actually... they insult her. Uh-oh. Holy fuck! Oh, that's it? We did. This is why it's the shortest chapter. We did. We just died. Yeah. Alright, we're... No chance. No chance. Look, this is a scene where they find our corpses. In the end, my selfish request was readily granted. As Sadako muttered complaints under her breath quite merrily, she came with me to the store. Rika-chan didn't come with us. Wait, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. No. How do I? What's the keyboard button for you know, what was I gonna say? I want to use my keyboard to okay, that. Okay, it's S. Why is it S? Doesn't matter, because my mouse is just ran empty. Apparently it didn't charge properly overnight and just started beeping, so I'm gonna charge it a bit and use the keyboard for now. Getting beat up by her isn't so bad. I mean, she's kind of cute, right? She probably does reek of garlic. She said she had a thing she wanted to do or something. I believed her when she told me, but when I really thought about it, I started to think maybe she was being considerate towards Sadako in her own way. Without Rika-chan here, Sadako was prouder and more loquacious than ever. No teenager says loquacious.
Don't understand. Supermarkets will put things on sale when it gets near closing time. For example, you can't have stir fry without some pork. And if we wait a little longer, it'll be marked half off.
I feel like I'm... Even the mouse felt Keiichi's pain. Yeah, it just stopped. And I'm done. I feel like I'm falling into a different accent for Sadako today.
They can't sell meat or fish once it's not fresh anymore. So they make it all cheaper in a last-ditch effort not to have anything left over. Of course, every veteran housewife is familiar with this concept, and when we get close to happy hour like we are now,
That's not happy hour, but sure. And I wasn't really listening to her, but she was telling me all this quite proudly. Every time I seemed surprised at something or made an affirmative grunt in place of conversation, Sadako would say,
"You don't know anything, do you, Cage-san?"
and smile very happily in spite of her complaints. If Sadako actually grows up to be like this, she is gonna be one hell of a fucking annoying wife. She's gonna keep that grin, right? She's I don't want to see her growing up. Like, I pray to God that this does not have some sort of time skip. She led me by the hand to all sorts of stalls, one after the other. She was in such a supreme mood that just being with her cheered me up. By the way, this is really a thing in Japan, if you didn't know. That towards the end of a day, fresh food gets cheaper because they can't sell it on the next day, obviously, and they don't want to throw it away, so they'd rather sell it for cheap. I don't know how it works in other countries because I only know mine for the usual European stuff, but here shops don't give a shit. You either buy it for the full price or you go away. You don't get shit for free, you don't get shit for cheaper. You just have to buy it. Even if they have to throw it all away, they don't give a crap. Cage feels like the kind of teenager who would know those words to sound mature than he actually is. You know what? That's actually a good point. That's actually a really good point. Also, hi Ruben. How are you doing? She was in such a supreme mood that just being with her cheered me up. Merely being pulled into Sadako's pace was a lot of fun. It's not. I'm sorry, I still don't like this chapter at all. I just can't get behind Sadako. Hey, why don't we just go with this economy size pack? Whoa, there's a real good looking one with cheese in it over here.
Cage-san, you have no financial sense. Look at this. It's over our budget. We don't have enough money.
We can sell you. Not that she's bring in a lot, but still. Sadako pushed a handful of receipts in my face. Why can't Sadako do these kinds of mental calculations when she's at school? Direct. Should we buy a load of the normal ones or buy fewer of the better stuff with the cheese in it? This is quite troubling.
Calm down. For boys at your age, it's wiser to choose quantity over quality.
Sadako, you're being too strict. A man's heart desires both quality and quantity. Why can't you understand that?
No matter the size of a man's heart, his wallet won't be any bigger. I swear. Hey, stop clinging to the glass so stubbornly.
After enjoying ourselves in such an exchange, we started to hear energetic voices coming from over by the butcher we visited earlier. I could see a handful of housewives flooding the place.
No! If we don't hurry, all the half of pork will be gone.
Oh, don't pull me. Don't pull on my neck. Can she even reach? Isn't she like 20 centimeters high? Sadako really seemed like she was having fun. She looked like a kid who had grabbed her family's hands while running towards an amusement park attraction. Sorry, forgot to say hi. I'm well, hope you are as well. Thank you, I am. I don't know if it's actually the case today, but YouTube has been bugging out a bit lately, so there might be some delay. If I respond to you like a few minutes late, then you know that the delay is there. And I don't know. I'm trying to fix it. I can't find a fix. I just hope it goes away at some point. Wait, that's it? What's going on? Why is the screen black? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. In the end, the bag of pork we obtained was so normal that it almost hurt, but I knew that would taste absolutely delicious. Outside, at some point, the cicadas had been replaced by the Higurashi's chorus. Aren't they the same thing? The air was so clear and it felt so good. Our silhouettes stretching out on the ground made for a really wonderful picture. We had filled our bicycle baskets to the brim with our shopping bags. They only contained ingredients and various other foodstuffs. Even so, every last thing packed in them sort of looked really happy and made me feel really happy in turn. You know, we had a romance thing with Mion and Shion in chapter 2, so I get why they're going for something different this time. But this whole brother and sister thing, it just weirds me out. You're streaming from YouTube, right? I wrote a message in the chat quite a while ago before it showed up and you saw it. Seems weird. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. YouTube is delayed somehow. I don't know why. If you want to see me respond to you in a timely manner, I can only suggest going to Twitch for now, because the Twitch stream seems fine. YouTube does not. I don't know why. Just how it is. Going shopping for dinner seems pretty sensible too. It makes you really enjoy your meals. I can't wait to eat. That's true, actually. Doing everything yourself makes the food taste better.
That's a part of cooking for yourself as well. Dinner starts while you're shopping for it.
I'm so excited for this. Vegetable stir fry isn't even in my mom's cookbook. I never get to eat it unless we go out to a Chinese place, so I'm really looking forward to it today. Wait, what do you mean it's not in her cookbook? That's like one of the easiest things you can do. How is stir fry? His mom doesn't seem like a super great cook.
That is indeed a pity. Then today, I will present you to an especially tasty dish.
Normally, right about now was the time I would start messing with her, but I didn't. Yeah, I bet you'll end up making something really great. I'm really looking forward to it. She stammered for a second. Sadako had been prepared for me to start making fun of her right then too, and when it didn't come, she was surprised. Or maybe she stammered for some other reason, I don't know. But I immediately knew she wasn't feeling anything bad.
Yes! I'll deliver an extraordinarily delectable dish. You'd better look forward to it.
As Sadako and I rode back on our bikes, I had a thought. Was I this sort of person? Until now, I would have lashed back at Sadako right away if she did something to me. Yeah, that was the kind of relationship we had. We would poke at each other a little, then kick up a storm while nitpicking one another. At some point, that had changed. We weren't playing our usual tit-for-tat. I didn't provoke her, so we didn't fight. That went for Sadako too. Sadako, who I thought I knew, hadn't been like this until now. Our relationship was changing, little by little. That's what it felt like. But it wasn't something I had to worry about. It was like our relationship had become a little bit happier, a little bit more charming. I wonder why we changed like this. Was she lonely and projecting her older brother Satoshi, who hadn't returned home, onto me? That's sad. I hope she doesn't put a needle in it. Bro, I haven't even thought about it. This is still Higurashi, right? There's got to be some fucked up stuff in this chapter as well. And this is especially wholesome so far. I'm scared now. Rika-chan told me about that yesterday. That was probably exactly it. So as my actions drew closer to Satoshi's, Sadako was returning to how she'd been when she was living happily with her brother. In other words, this Sadako was the real Sadako. Sadako had been able to see her brother again and had finally gone back to normal. Now that I'd been playing the role of her brother, I discovered that she really could smile so sweetly. But I wasn't Satoshi Hojo. I was Keiichi Maebara, a totally different person. I could become her brother. I could come close, but I could never really get there. That was vaguely, somehow, a little sad. I was wearing Satoshi's mantle, and that would have to come off one day. Would it, though? Like, you can still have that relationship with her. Like, it doesn't have to stop, does it? Thanks for the heads up. YouTube sucks so Twitch now. Hey, Ruben. Yeah. The thing is, since it works on Twitch, I don't think this is a problem on my side. Like, I just cannot figure it out. I've tried everything I could think of. YouTube support hasn't gotten back to me so far, so I can only wait, really. But I don't want to not stream to YouTube because some people will still enjoy it even if they don't get a response. So I'm thinking, why not? Right? That would doubtlessly put an end to this meager, nostalgic, peaceful time of Sadako's. A limited tranquility. A tranquility that would end one day. Putting it in those terms, it was really sad. I shook my head firmly and drove off those pointless thoughts.
What's the matter, Keiichi-san?
Sorry, it's nothing.
If it's nothing, then please don't act all strange like that. It makes me worried that you might have eaten something rotten.
Well, he ate your food, right? Right. Sorry, Sadako. Nagging like always, but she still seemed really happy. That mood of hers drew me in, putting a smile on my face. This is my favorite arc of the question arcs. Okay, I can't say a lot about it since we're probably like super early in still. But so far, I really don't like it. But I also don't like Sadako, so yeah, I expected that. Hey, Keiichi Maebara, why don't we quit thinking about this having to end one day? If it will, then just think about it when that happens. True. There was one thing, however, that I could say for sure. As long as I smiled like this, Sadako's own smile would never wane. He's putting a lot of importance on himself. Has he ever thought that maybe he's not all that important to Sadako? Yeah, fair enough. Not liking Sadako's too smooth. Thank you for understanding that. So as long as I stay this way, this tranquility would never end. Satoshi would come back home one day too. That might happen a lot further away than I'd like, but until that day, what's wrong with me being a replacement for him? Does he come back in this chapter? Like, don't answer that, but it feels like they're making it out to be like that. Like, my expectations for this is that Sadako and Keiichi, they become like this, right? But not in a sexual sense, but more like they just become very close as a brother-sister kind of relationship. And then Satoshi comes back. He's actually fine. Maybe he was like actually kidnapped and then gets rescued after a year or something, and he comes back and he sees that he basically ceased to exist for others. Like, nobody talks about him, nobody thinks about him. And then he comes back to his home and sees Sadako and Keiichi acting like he acted to his own sister before. And I think that's going to drive him mad, and then he's going to kill everybody. I think Satoshi is going to be the guy that goes crazy in this particular game. That's my expectation. Just wanted to put that out there because I haven't so far, and everything I see in this so far points towards that. If that's Keiichi, he cares, but brother loves himself. He really does. Like, we can be really happy that this plays in the 80s, because if this dude had a smartphone, he wouldn't interact with people at all. He'd just take selfies and post shit on Twitter. Be an obnoxious idiot brat. Saying that I'm not her real brother, so I can't become Satoshi. That was just an excuse. If I just didn't run away, Sadako would stay happy and live a fun life of annoyed nitpicking. I don't know what happened to Satoshi or what made him abandon Sadako and run away. But just seeing Sadako in such a good mood made me think I could persevere as long as I needed to. So this is what I thought. I wouldn't become Satoshi. I would become a replacement brother. If she's gonna go all Nini on him, I'm turning off the game, by the way. So that's your theory on how it all goes wrong this time? Yeah. Yeah. Either that, or Sadako goes crazy because having those feelings back kind of breaks her mentally because it's not the same as her actual brother. One of those two. This is it. This is the kind of stir fry I was waiting for. It's great. How would you know when you've never eaten it before? It's absolutely great. The salt and pepper in the broth. Man, I could eat an entire pot of this.
Stop that, Keiichi-san. You're spilling food everywhere.
Is he eating with shit in his mouth? And talking with shit in his mouth? This dude is such... Oh my god. This dude is the definition of a messed up rich kid. The food... I'm sorry.
The food isn't going to run away. You don't need to eat it so fast.
Yeah, but it's gonna get cold. No, it will run away. The best and freshest flavors are running away from the moment the meal is completed. If you were to make 100 delicious things, then I would have a duty to taste every one of them. It's just good manners to do so.
Your feelings are more than enough, so calm down and enjoy your food.
You're right, I'm sorry. No insults here. I meekly scratched my head, then put down my chopsticks and laughed along with her like it was funny. I feel like she probably doesn't actually want him to be in the brother role, you know? Because it feels like he's pushing himself onto her. I ended up doing most of the eating. Sadako was barely taking a bite. She seemed satisfied just by watching me enjoy the food so much. Whenever I filled my mouth with more of her delicious meal, Sadako looked glad. That let me enjoy the food even more. In this way, she kept smiling happily the whole time. She should still eat something. Looking at her made me really happy as well. Like, she's a growing kid. Sadako feels like the mother in this scene. True. Yeah. She doesn't seem like a little sister at all. She seems more like a big sister that is like 5 to 10 years apart from her little brother, or like an actual mom. Also, it's kind of weird that they are turning her character around so much in this arc. It didn't feel that way with Mion in the second game. She was pretty much the same as in the first one. Time passed softly and gently. Before, I would have gone back and forth hurling insults with Sadako. In other words, we would have gotten into a fight right away. Can he stop with the inner monologue? Holy fucking shit. Seriously. Dude, you said that like 5 times in the last 30 minutes. Oh, normally I would have totally said something mean to her, but now I don't because I'm her big brother now. Fucking shut up, bro. Seriously. Seeing her like this is so weird. Yeah, it is. But Keiichi's getting on my nerves more than Sadako in this. Seriously, Keiichi is... Oh my god, is he? He is so annoying. I'd never known that I could feel such peace of mind by talking to her honestly like this. I was a little bit happy about having discovered this new side of Sadako. For example, I was eating food that Sadako had made. No shit, bro. There wasn't an inch of me that thought it was suspicious. Before, however, Sadako would have definitely put some sort of trap into this. Probably still is, right? I think I ate too much. I'm gonna take a dump. Yep, this is still cagey. Okay. Yeah, that's more writing flaw. He tends to be so repetitive, saying the same thing over and over again in a different way. It feels like bloat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Keiichi, go take a dump.
Okay-san, it's bad manners to say such words during a meal.
And what should I say? I'm going to the bathroom? The toilet? The lavatory? Sadako looked down, her face bright red, and pointed down the hallway as if to say, just go already. Wait, did he? Okay, I gotta clarify here. Did he just get up in the middle of a meal to take a shit? Do people do that? I've never seen someone do that. Like when you're done, maybe. Even that is kind of bad manners, but in the middle of a fucking meal, is he gonna come back and act like nothing happened? Like he didn't just take a fucking crap? Is he gonna sit back down and say, now I've got more space? Whoops, my old habits seem to have come back. But yeah, this wasn't all bad either. When you gotta go, you gotta go, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm just too concentrated on my food. Like, I've never had to go during food. Never, not a single time in my life. No weird schemes, everything is just natural. And while having such utterly unguarded thoughts, I went into the bathroom and got stabbed in the back. Tug. My foot caught on something string-like. Huh? Bang, slam. Yeah, rattle, rattle. Oh, he got fucked. Okay. A kettle? A wash tub? Sadako? She got me. I can't believe her. She always does this when I let my guard down. I can't relax for a minute around her. Still, it was kind of funny, and I didn't really feel like getting angry. There we go. There's the little shit Sadako we know. True. I like her more that way. Sadako, laughing uproariously, came over.
See? I knew you would fall for it sooner or later.
Why, you little... I let my guard down for 1 second, and this is what I get. I picked up the wash tubs that had crashed into my head and went to go hit Sadako with it. But then I doubled over with the laughter that was... Huh? But then I doubled over with the laughter that was been welling up within me. That's a typo, right? That has been welling. So I couldn't manage it. It's weird how just one single letter being wrong can mess up something in your head. Sadako playing the long con. Keiichi fell for the sweet little sister act. That could also happen. What if Sadako is actually just stringing him along? Like, here you go, are you okay? Like, what if she's just gonna kill him in the end after acting like she's the good girl for 10 hours? That'd be awesome. I wish things could go on forever like this. I knew she was acting too weird. Yeah, you guys are smarter than me. I fell for it. Not like I was having the most fun since coming to Hinamizawa or anything, but it was probably the first time that I'd spent my day so simply and comfortably. It really wasn't worth much. It was only a few hours after all. As an only child, it was my first taste of having a sibling, and then it's that thing. Well, it's Higurashi, so it's not that out there. True. Just washing dishes with her felt really nice. Side by side we washed, with the experienced Sadako, that sounds wrong, doing most of the work as I threw in appropriate words to add to the conversation. The scene was so commonplace, and yet so mild and warm. Maybe I had felt this kind of warmth before too, in the past. I think I've stood next to the sink with my mother like this when I was little. She is not your mother! This dude is acting like she is like she is projecting her brother onto him when he is projecting the mother role onto her. It made me feel nostalgic when I remembered it. It was the same sort of slow, easy time. It was tranquil. Such a quiet tranquility that the fact I wasn't uneasy about anything itself almost made me uneasy. Hey, wait, Keiichi Maebara, you feel uneasy about something just from spending time so leisurely? There's nothing at all to feel uneasy about. I mean, why would I be punished for enjoying a gentle life? I'd do anything to keep these days going, and I would never do anything bad, no matter what. What is he, like 5? I'd work hard for it, and endure much for it. So God, it's not much of a dream to want this kind of thing to keep on going, but can't you grant it? Oh boy. Can't you stop fucking raising a red flag? He's like... He's like a Japanese war horse. He's got all the banners on his back and carries them through the world. Okay, so the telephone is ringing. What's going on? Is somebody dead?
Ow! Is that not the telephone?
No, Sadako. No, that's not the telephone. That's the sink.
Could it be at this hour?
Why is she even over there? She's like, what, 10? Or something? Like, why is she there in the middle of the night? Huh? Oh, you're right. I hadn't noticed until she mentioned it. I hurried to stand up, then ran to the phone. Who could it be at a time like this? I did feel a little like the phone had interrupted my happy moment, but I still wanted to brag about how happy the time I was spending made me, no matter who it was on the other side. Hello? This is Maebara speaking. The more you keep saying I wish these days would go on forever, the more likely it's gonna fall apart. It's all Keiichi's fault. That's why I still, like, I said that on the Discord a few days ago. That I think this whole thing with how it repeats itself after people die and stuff, and how everything revolves around Keiichi somehow, it's a simulation. This is not the real world we're seeing currently, and I think the game is going to pull a 180 on us. Hello, Keiichi. It's your mother. Hello, Mom. What is it? It's pretty late. I don't need you anymore. I've got a new mom now. That was a little cold of me when she was only calling because she was worried about her son. I couldn't help but give myself a dry smile. Look, this dude is saying he misses the times when he had slow and good and peaceful times with his mom, but then he's such a dick to her. It's literally all his fault. It sounds like you're doing just fine for yourself. I was worried that you couldn't make dinner and went to bed hungry. Nah, it worked out. Did you make dinner properly? What did you have tonight? It was vegetables, stir-fry, rice, and miso soup. Bought stuff for it at the supermarket, plus a whole bunch of side dishes just for fun. Oh yeah, listen to this. I got the pork during the sale and got it half off. The things a housewife knows, right? And also, all of that was thanks to Sadako, and that's something I should be proud about. But still, I couldn't help but want to boast about the dinner tonight. It seemed like Mom got the hint that I was in a really good mood. I see. I'm so relieved that you're just doing fine. Oh, yet another thing. Your dad and I finished up with a job. We think we'll be back tomorrow afternoon or evening. Oh, I see. You did well for 2 nights. We've been pulling all-nighters too. It was a lot of work, but we managed to fill the gap in your dad's mentor's event. Cool. That's good. Well done. Why did my parents coming home seem so disappointing? I knew a little bit of the reason, of course. This tranquility I never wanted to end was about to end so readily, and it was a little painful. Okay, look. Okay, look. Sadako is a kid that has no parents, right? They both died. And no real family anymore, apart from I think her uncle or something or aunt. I'm pretty sure you could invite her over even if your parents are home. Like, it's not like it's not like you're grooming her, right? If this is a wholesome relationship, I don't think your parents have any problem with having a fourth person out on the dinner table at the dinner table. Yeah, I think he's overreacting, like Keiichi tends to do. Keiichi's a tsundere. True. After being asked what kind of souvenir I wanted from Tokyo and replying that anything edible would be great, I put down the receiver and Sadako appeared after having finished cleaning up her trap. Her trap? Oh, her trap. Okay, I thought he was talking about her mouth. And I thought, what was she cleaning up there? Keiichi really needs to stop treating Sadako like his property. But mom, she's mine now. At first, Sadako was in a very good mood, but when she saw me put down the receiver with an uncertain expression, her own clouded over a bit. It seemed like she'd gotten the gist of what my phone conversation had been about.
Was that your parents, Keiichi-san?
Yeah. Mom says they'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, that's good then. I won't have to go to the trouble of making you dinner tomorrow. Now you can enjoy your meals with just your family.
Nah, that's not it. When I think about the dull, plain dinner table coming back tomorrow, it's a little lonely. He really likes talking down on his mom, doesn't he? It's a very consistent aspect of Keiichi. He's overdramatic and reacts too quickly. Yeah, I think he also hallucinates a lot.
You sure do live in luxury. A family sitting around the dinner table is the most fun way to enjoy a meal of all.
Her brother Sadashi running away from home came to mind immediately. There was no gloom in the way she said it.
It was only for 2 days, but they were very enjoyable dinners.
Well then, next time I'll go to your house to visit.
Huh?
Sadako momentarily made a happy smile, but then a second later it changed to an expression of surprise.
My house is small, and it is dirty. And the kitchen is not as good as this one.
Well, I don't mind, but, well, if you don't want to, then I won't. Sadako shook her head firmly, her whole body expressing denial. I gotta get you to teach me a whole bunch of more stuff, too. I finally managed to figure out how to use the rice cooker and how to cook miso soup after all.
That's right, isn't it? Perhaps we should use this opportunity to have you learn more about cooking.
It was so like Sadako to take this chance to proclaim that it was all for my sake, but there was no way to conceal her own enthusiasm. It was true that this gentle time would come to an end when my parents got back. It doesn't. There was no need to lament that, though. I could easily put in the effort to continue our mild moments like this. He got it. He ain't so dumb. Like yesterday, Sadako told me she didn't need to be escorted home, but Rika-chan wasn't with her tonight. She would be going home by herself. Everyone knew everyone else's face here in Hinamizawa, so it wasn't like it was dangerous to go out at night, but it still wasn't good to send a girl on her way alone. At the very least, that's what I thought as Sadako's older brother. I'll take you as far as the school at least. There's more lights over in that direction anyway.
It's really fine, all right. If somebody bad shows up, I will take them down with one finger.
There was no point in pressing her any more on this subject, so I took a handful of Sadako's hair and rubbed her head vigorously. Come on, Sadako, don't complain so much. This was bound to happen. Gage took the title himself. Sorry, I gotta change Keiichi's voice whenever he goes into that mode now. Your Nini will bring you part of the way there, because he's just a groomer now. That's what I was about to say when I suddenly got embarrassed and my voice trailed off. Thank fucking God. Nini could only be the nickname Sadako gave to her older brother and nothing else. Yeah, and you're not her older brother, you sick fucko. I was about to use it pretty lightly, so I started to feel apologetic and a little ashamed. Ah! No! Fuck! I don't want to read this in her voice. Dude, what the fuck kind of weird-ass relationship do these guys have? Is this the fetish? Is this Ryukishi 7 fetish game? I'm not. Yeah. By the way, I need to check something real quick before I read this out, because I think YouTube broke down completely again. No, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, but we're like 10 minutes behind at this point. Dude, YouTube is so weird. Nope, just a normal sibling relationship, I think. Alright, if you say so. Put the mouse back on there.
Nini.
Eh? Did Sadako just say?
Keiichi-san just seems like an older brother. That's it. That what I said. It's not quite right, but you seem kind of alike. So I just. Oh.
Sadako laughed awkwardly and turned red in the face. Of course, I was embarrassed when I saw her too, because the fact that I was trying to act like her brother had gotten across. A warm feeling spread out from my chest. It was completely different from romantic feelings, or any of those more impatient emotions. It was much more graceful, quiet, and warm, and calm. Sadako still needed her Nini. I had initially thought Rika-chan was being sly by not coming today, but when I thought about it like this, I could feel kind of thoughtfulness of her worrying about a good friend's feelings. Maybe Rika-chan had understood that she couldn't play the part of a brother herself. So then, no, let's stop there, Keiichi Maibara. There's no point in thinking about it so hard. It means everyone feels the same way. It means everyone wants Sadako to be happy. Sadako is acting as though her Nini running away from home didn't bother her at all. Even though that wasn't actually the case, she was very sad and always waiting for him to come home, because Sadako was a stable person when she was his sister. In order for her to really be this level-headed, having a brother was something she couldn't do without. In other words, Sadako still needed a brother. Nobody had the right to smile it away as childish immaturity. In fact, they deserve praise for being so close to each other as siblings. That role of brother should be played by her real Nini, by Satoshi, but unfortunately, he wasn't here. So since I'm here, I'll play the part, and not with a guilty conscience, but in a very natural way, because was there something wrong with seeing Sadako smile so happily?
Is it Keiichi-san? You've been smirking for quite a while now.
Is it weird for me to look happy?
It isn't weird or anything, but, well...
The sound of the motor on her bike light, okay, I was confused, was too loud and I couldn't hear what Sadako said. Huh? What? What did she say?
Nothing. You really are just like Nini, you know? Keiichi-san.
Is that right?
Of course. you're completely different from my real Nini. But, like, there's things. Things that you do the same. It's really a mystery.
The same? Do you feel lonely when you remember Nini? As I said that, I thought for a moment that was absolutely the wrong thing to say, but Sadako didn't seem to mind one bit.
It's not that I'm lonely, since Kage-san is being my Nini for me right now. Oh, well,
As I was flustered for a moment at her hitting the mark, Sadako suddenly asked me a question in a calm voice. It was very quiet, composed, an adult question.
Was it Rika?
It was quiet, but her voice sounded lonely somehow.
Didn't Rika ask you to act like my Nini for me?
Is that what you think?
Please don't take offense. Rika is strangely considerate of me, but it really doesn't bother me that much.
I could say for sure that at least it was a lie. Yesterday and today, Sadako had been so happy spending time like this with me as siblings, and that was proof itself that she was lying about it not getting to her. So I gave Sadako a light poke in the head. You're thinking too much, dummy. I'm me, Keiichi Maebara. I'm not your Nini, not Satoshi Hojo.
I know that.
Despite her saying that, her expression seems a little lonesome. At this point, Sadako herself had realized that her question had been the wrong thing to say. We didn't need to keep talking about something that Sadako regretted. So, in order to cut the conversation short, I grabbed Sadako's head and pet her. Let's not talk about silly things like that. It's getting late, so get back home, brush your teeth, and go to bed. And rinse your mouth before sleeping, too. It'll keep you from getting a cold. What? Huh? How are those two things connected?
You want to talk, Nini? Be sure to brush your teeth, okay? Rinse your mouth and wash your hands, then get your books ready tomorrow. And
I wonder what kind of siblings Sadako and Satoshi were, the worst kind. I've never seen them together, but I could say without a doubt that they were really close. As for the way in which they were close... I'm sorry. It was probably quite like this. Oh my god, the moon. It was so cool. Don't we always see this picture of the moon shortly before shit goes downhill? It was so cool that the day's heat seemed like a lie, and yet the moonlight was somehow faintly warm. The quiet chorus of the insects was pleasing to the ears. Uh-oh. Why the side eye? Did I hit the mark? Oh, crap. Oh, that was the chapter. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Oh, I can't... Oh, I need my mouse for that. Okay, let's save. End of chapter 2. Feels like this took a long while. Give me just 1 minute. I want to check up on my cat, okay? Because she's lying there like she's... It's a bit weird. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Seems to be doing fine. Oh, really? Your parents came home, huh? They smelled like energy drinks and their eyes were all bloodshot. They said they had a crazy amount of stuff to do and were up 2 whole nights in a row. Adults have it tough. Wait, so we skipped a day? If the last scene was at the night when the call happened, and they said they are coming in the next evening, we skipped a day, right?
Your dad is an artist, right? They really do have it rough. To think of it, he was, wasn't he? I would very much like to see what kind of things he draws sometime.
He probably draws porn. Oh, that would be so fun. If he wasn't an actual artist, but he was a Rule 34 artist. That would be amazing. An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Just what did Dad do exactly? Oh my god. He's actually gonna be... He didn't let anyone into his workshop after all. Oh my god. He writes porn manga. I wanted to sneak a peek one day. So the house was empty. For... What was Mion's voice again? I kind of... So, the house was empty for 2 days after all that. That didn't leave much time. So, Kai-chan, did you manage to go up after the character who was in your heart? The absence of parents is a must-have for arrogant protagonists. They're actually building up towards that. He built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags. No, he raised a ton of red flags, actually. I have no idea what any of you are talking about. That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Cage-kun. What did you make last night? In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself. Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir... Huh? Wait, so they didn't skip a day. But his parents came home in the middle of the night, or what? This seems like a writing error. Mion, don't be weird. Mion can be weird however much she wants. She's got some solid arguments. Wow, Kai-chan, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh? You made vegetable stir-fry? Did it come out good? Did it?
Rena-san, you're being unpleasant. Why are you clinging to me?
A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together.
Oh, how nice, how nice. Yeah, I said you're being unpleasant.
Huh. What are you talking about? Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes. Right. Does anyone have plans for this afternoon? You don't, do you? Oh, fuck, not another one. Today was Saturday. The beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of the school in the afternoon. Actually, the school of Hinamizawa had a slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate it at lunch, and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. Here we go, another fun game. I don't want to... Like, if they would at least keep it to one club activity a day. A game. One per game. Not one per day. One per game. That would be fine. But, oh, Jesus. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Oh my god, are they gonna find a corpse? Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, that must have been for some crazy big club event. No, there's not enough. We need one per day. I know you're being sarcastic, but please don't summon the devil like that. However, sadly, I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever. Thank you. Oh. Thank God.
You have work? That's unlucky.
Wait, he works?
I wonder what kind of work it is. Maybe helping his father with his artwork job.
Keiichi being helpful for once. I like Keiichi. Suddenly he's a chat.
Or being a model for his father's art?
If only we knew what kind of art he does.
A model? A nude one? How?
I looked into Rena's eyes and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth. I'm sorry, I know this might be a weird opinion because nobody seems to think that way besides me, but Rena is the best one. She just is. Rena is awesome. No. I wouldn't do that for 1,000,000 yen. To get rid of Rena's illusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side. Man, all these characters are weird. She's just horny, let's be real. But she's like Rena is a horny little teenager fuck. But she acts cutesy. So you don't notice it.
Oh, stop.
Sorry. Leaving your fanciful delusions aside, I have something to do real quick during lunch. I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done though. No, you are not. Work during lunch. I see. That sounds kind of cool actually. What could it be? Are you having a banquet with VIP experts? Like a business lunch? This is truly sad, but you're right. What? Everyone shouts wildly surprised. A great contradiction indeed. I like the gap. Can't lie. That was fast. Dude sprinted home. Dude, he was faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. It was true. Today, I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Without their vitality, Keiichi, you would not exist. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. What shoes is Keiichi wearing? The red ones. The Sonic shoes. Do they have a name? I don't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today starting at lunch. Whoa, what an intelligent child!
This is my son, Keiichi. Keiichi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher. And this person here is Inoue-san, who works as a printer. Say your hellos.
Hello. My name is Keiichi. I appreciate all you've done for my father.
Keiichi-kun, do you draw pictures like your father does? I would very much like to see them.
My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist, although I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. Oh, we know. I don't really care and don't want to see anyway. Didn't you just say that you wanted to sneak a peek into his workroom thingy? This dude is actually a tsundere. that's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if there were pictures of naked ladies or anything.
If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'd be able to become a great artist like him too.
Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but my dad, is he really that great of an artist? I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for his son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders. Did you see how weird the how it actually, like, it looked like it lagged, but I think that was on purpose to emphasize this part of the sentence, that he gave a really strange grin. He was like, oh yeah, he's an artist. Keiichi, you're a kid, don't delude yourself. True.
Yes! He is truly a fantastic artist.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear it.
There are no purchase restrictions. He does fan service, and he always answers the letters he gets.
He has an inquisitive mind, always on the prowl for what the world needs. Taking off your socks? Absolutely not. And that goes for glasses and school uniforms too. Maibara-sensei understands these things perfectly. Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup. I'm sorry, but his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall. Not at all. In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands, and then to their corners, and finally climbing up to the corners of the larger pass. The final destination is the famous wall. You two, please become a great artist who can display his works in unison with Maibara-sensei. I'll cheer you on. Okay, so he does porn. Yep, I knew it. These guys are all weird. Okay, so what we can take from that is he does fan service. They, like as in the characters he draws, don't take off their clothes. I wonder doing what? And he's also at events where people have stalls and when they get more popular, they get more space. So he's at like at venues for art. Keiichi's dad is wonderful. I hope we get to see his art. Make it censored if you have to, but I want to see the porn. It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it. But it seemed that the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. Then I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room. Yeah, what does his mom think about this? I mean, she has to know, right? Is she the model? Oh yeah, I see it all now. Stuff just connected in my head. It makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Okay, yes, please. Can we have a spin-off of their youth? I want to see that. Ooh, that would be spicy. Hell yeah, it would. Hi, Che. It's the phone. It's a friend of yours. Ah, lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there. Hello? It's me.
Oh, me? That's not how you answer the phone, Keiichi-san. I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly.
I would have hung up in that exact moment. I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking. Oh, it's Sadako. It's unusual for you to call my house.
This isn't the time for pleasantries. Kage-san, when are you going to be able to come?
Sorry, it looks like this is going a bit long. I can't get them to let me go. I want to go do things with the club now, but...
That's not it, Kage-san. It wasn't about the club today. It's a real battle.
Sadako's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone. A real battle? That doesn't sound good. What's the situation?
I will explain the particulars when we meet. Anyway, this is a terrible crisis. At this rate, we're going to lose.
What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea. Right, I got it. I'll come and reinforce you right away. Where are you at?
We're on the Akinomiya Elementary School campus. There are signs at the station, so you should be able to figure it out. Anyway, we're in a huge hurry.
The school campus? The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? How would she call him then? They don't even have, like, cell phones, right? She would have had to find a public phone. Since Sadako is probably nothing as dramatic as she says, it's probably a troll. There's nobody at the school. Who is the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire. Got it. I'll be there soon. Should I bring a weapon with me? Like a metal baseball bat or something?
You have a metal bat? That would be fantastic. We will wait for you here.
The call cut off abruptly. I needed to hurry.
Oh, Keiichi. I was looking for you. Deguchi-san here was helping that for his next doujinshi.
That's fan porn, by the way. Now's not the time. And we have a bat? A metal bat? If not, then anything long will do.
If anything long will do, then my golf clubs are in the storage room.
Didn't have the same kind of impact, but the golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat and maybe easier for me to use. Thanks. I'm borrowing one. I really need to go see my friends for something. It's urgent. Sorry.
What? Keiichi, wait a minute.
I grabbed the golf club, jumped on my bike, and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Sadako. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. Okay, they're definitely not in a fight. Yes, Keiichi, bring the metal baseball bat. Well, let's just say that didn't go over so well the first time you did that, right? I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly, but Sadako's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. No, I wanted to see the art. I hope they actually show the art in the anime. But if I went to the station, there would be signs. At least I feel like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me. Oh, look.
Hello there.
Hey, Rika-chan.
Keiichi, you came quickly. You put the pedal to the metal.
Damn. This isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry. Sorry, where's Okinomiya Elementary?
I'll show you the way. Come along with me.
Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her. Wait, he's going to Okinomiya? Isn't that like an hour bike ride? Yeah. I think they said it's like really far away. Sadako suddenly called me out here. But what on earth is going on anyway?
At first, we had the advantage. However, they called in a helper. It's bad manners.
A helper? What cowards! Calling for reinforcements they realized they'd lose?
They're taking everyone out one by one. We can't put a dent in them.
Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong. Anyway, I'll ask about it later. We don't have time, right? Please hurry.
Leave it to me.
Okay, so it's not a fight. It's gonna be something dumb, right? They're taking them out one by one. Oh. Okay. Okay. They're playing baseball. Right? That's why Sadako sounded happy when he said he has his own bat. And they're being taken out one by one because they probably called in like a good pitcher. Didn't they say that Satoshi played baseball because he had his bat? Yeah, they're probably playing baseball, and now this idiot comes over with a golf bat. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all of the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn, so what Mion was trying to tell everyone was this would happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job, but it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. The club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them. The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win? Just what kind of monster is this guy?
He's amazing. This enemy is orthodox.
Orthodox? So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what she meant?
Keiichi is our last ray of hope now.
Okonomiya Elementary came into view. Keiichi being a dumbass as usual. Let me just turn on my AC because it's getting really warm in here. Hey, I'm prepared for the silly music to play. We all know it's coming. We all know it. I could hear many voices raising hell over there. Whoa! Mion! Rena! Sadako! I'll be there soon! I'll crush them all at once! There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge no-holds barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Oh, I said bat, right? It's club. Whoosh! I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly into my palm. Great. The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. Does he really think he's gonna beat up somebody with a golf bat? Why is that his first thought? I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gate, swinging it around. Yeah, it's baseball. Kiriko, you good? You wanna go outside? You wanna say hi? Come here. Say hello. What's such a big plot twist? Who could have seen this coming? Hey, I was proud of myself, okay? Come with me, Rika-chan. I will show you what the mighty, manly warrior Keiichi Maebara can do.
Wow, Keiichi, you're so reliable. You're going to rampage with a golf club.
Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maebara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
But Keiichi, why did you bring a golf club today?
I had no choice. At first, I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we don't have one at my house. A golf club was far better than going barehanded, so I brought one.
How very excellent. I will give you a pat on the head. I can't wait to see your golf club rampage.
Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head. Somehow I think Rika is being sarcastic. Rika is being a dick. Let's be real. She knows exactly what's going on. Hey, this is no time for jokes. Huh? Crack. Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out, and I heard many people cheering. Left! Ah, we missed! Run! You can get to the second base! Go! Center! Calm down. Send it to third. The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait. What?
Oh, Cagekin's here. Sadako-chan, Cagekin's here.
You're late! Loafing around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop.
What a fun gag. Who the fuck are you? Who is that? We got a new sprited character? I don't think I've seen this dude before. Irie. Okay. Well, someone's happy to see him. Oh no, I need a new voice. He looks like a nerd, but also somehow like a cool dude with his hand in his belt. Kind of has that cowboy look. This my bar kid. Will he really be able to save us? We're up against that elite school's ace, left arm Kamada-kun. To be able to beat a Koshien class pitcher, he must be a god.
It's okay. I'm sure that Cagekin can turn the tables. He's a really dependable person.
Murmur. What? He's the pitcher? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kamada with this bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers, the undefeated demon pitcher of Oshima, the super high school level pitcher that had already been marked by professional scouts. He's going to win against him?
Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Cage-san. He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory.
Murmur. There was a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey, that scout stood up. Hey, take a picture. His full name is Keiichi Maebara. Look him up in the database and send his history to our office. Oh, he's gonna fuck up so bad. Which one is Keiichi Maebara? Pictures. A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Sadako, gripped their cameras tightly and searched for the rumored Keiichi Maebara. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club in the air.
Kage-san, over here. Eh?
The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Maebara was a golf club. Well, I gotta go have a good one. We'll watch the rest on YouTube. All right. Thank you for being here, Ruben. I hope you had fun and have a good day. See you around. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this. And at this point, neither did I. By the way, the silly music played. Jay, you called it, you won. We're gonna enjoy this one for a minute. Okay? I'm just gonna sit back and listen to it. Indulge in this moment. Is this Rika's theme? Or Sadako's? I actually like this part. It would be so funny if there was like a super cursed version of that plays the moment when Sadako pulls a prank on you that kills you. Keiichi is the character of all time. Can they introduce a scientist character and make him add brain cells to Keiichi? Maybe that's what this Irie guy is. Alright. Cheap, 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 cheap. A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rena.
Keiichi-kun.
Yeah?
May we ask you a question?
Please. Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly. If you were playing baseball, then tell me that from the start.
What? Did I not say that? I mean, I told you to come to the campus with a baseball bat. What else could you have thought it was? And what manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead?
I think Keiichi must have done it on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped, I think. I think...
Rena smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
Keiichi loves golf. Pet pet.
Rika-chan started patting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. She's such a troll. I can't wait to bring my baseball bat to my golf game. I pushed her hand away, but grabbed her from behind by her suspenders and picked her up like a kitten.
Meep.
Rika-chan! Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station? I wouldn't have had to suffer such a disgrace.
Meepa.
Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. She knows. She knows everything. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming. Anyway, this is your punishment, Rena.
Me?
Rika-chan, still plucked up in my hand, I offered her to Rena. That's right. The kittenified Rika-chan sent Rena's voltage into overcharge.
Oh, I'll take her. I'll take her. Rena will take her. Oh, so cute.
Hop, spinny, spinny. Rena stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around. Okay.
Rika-chan's so cute. Rika-chan's so cute. How?
Rena held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Yeah, I'm just saying, I didn't write that. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Rena's.
I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts.
Yeah, I recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute.
How? I got Cage-kin's permission. I'm gonna take you home. Eve.
For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout. By the way, Sadako, that urgent call was for a baseball game?
Yes, that's correct. You said you had a house party with your family. I suppose I was wrong to ask, but at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family.
This is so the most terrifying part of the game. This is creepier than the whole torture cellar thing. I felt like that was I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here. So what's the crisis situation like? 6-7, which means our team is losing, huh? 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? What the heck? This game is almost about to end.
We would have had a little more time if you had gotten here sooner. Do you have any idea how difficult it was for us to hold out for this long?
All right. I'm sorry. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter? Just leave it to me. I may not look like it, but I went to the batting cages a lot before I moved here. My dad went there for fun, and I used to go with him pretty often. I'm pretty confident about just hitting the bat with the ball, but vroom! A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I had never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball. Hey, now wait a second. What is up with that crazy fastball anyway? Surprised. Yeah, that's a bona fide Koshin level pitcher. Don't you know about Left Arm Kameda-kun, the high school ace, famous in sports magazines? Sorry, can't say I do. Wait, Mion? What happened to you? Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. Just what on earth happened?
Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning.
No, don't. Done with Rika-chan?
Yep. I had a lot of fun, and she's so cute. She's so soft and fluffy and squishy. Oh, I could just eat it. I could eat just her cheeks. But
okay. I ain't reading that out loud. This is about a kid. This is too much for even me. If she said that to Mion or Shion or something, okay, fine. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, brother. All right, Rena, the Predator.
I can't get married anymore.
Holy shit. Come on, man. Don't make me read this out. Do not clip this, okay? Please, no. Promise me. I'll read it, but do not clip. I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to using logic. I was an adult. Okay, explain away. How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshien relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? Everyone exchanged glances. Then Rena spoke for all of them.
At first, well, it was just a normal baseball game.
It's nothing much, just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa Fighters and the Okinomiya Titans. That sounds so bad. We were just having a grand old time, really, nothing much.
Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match.
What the hell does intramural mean?
A match to settle the grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly.
So why is our whole club a part of it? Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't. Last I checked, we weren't the school baseball team.
That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible.
They happened to have some players who couldn't make it today. They were pretty down in the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl, and no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school. But Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning.
Misan is an amazing batter. She was hitting home runs left and right.
Mion proudly stuck out her chest. I mean, stick that out however much you want. I'm in. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
Yes! Every time Mion-san went up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in.
Unlike Sadako, she can actually hit the ball.
Rika? Beep.
Alright, I think I got the gist of it. So you were having a pretty easy time until that Koshien pitcher showed up.
That's right. It was all us at the beginning. Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases. And Kameda just happened to show up to watch the game today.
Apparently, Kameda attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently send people to Koshien. And this man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kameda, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
I heard that when Kameda was little, he was on the Okinomiya Titans.
Oh no.
You figured it out, right? His old team was losing, so that's why he jumped in as a relief pitcher and took the mound. Now it's just terrible. We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone on base.
But still, a Koshien pitcher barging in, it's unfair. We're just playing for fun.
All the boys wearing the Hinamizawa Fighters uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. Yeah, that sounds illegal. Like shit. Just because he happens to be there, you can't just start playing with your old team. I knew almost all of their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa after all. Oh, it's Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. You were on the baseball team too?
Mahibara-san.
His uniform was brand new and not very dirty, fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. I see. Their families came to root for them in their debut game today.
Okamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad.
The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
He practiced swinging a whole lot just for today. Tomita-san, well, he went too far, and he tore the skin off his hands, see? Unfortunately.
His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury, you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make you wanted to make your big moment a good one. Boom! The savior of the Okinomiya Titans. We could hear the sounds of this Kameda-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lot game, grudge match though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was too. This guy, was he being serious against opponents like these?
Yep. Rena thinks it's immature.
Rena's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rena mad. As for Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffing, fighting back tears. Let's be real, this is a pretty shitty way of acting. Like, if you're basically a professional level player and you're playing seriously against a bunch of fucking kids, you suck. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. We heard another tremendous noise from the mid. I turned around and this left arm Kameda-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly. Anyway, that's how it is. Now that it's come to this, we have no choice. We have to engage in real battle. Yeah, looks like we have to get serious.
Yep, and then we tried getting serious, but then Mi-chan went out with a bang.
Neon, embarrassed, scratched her head, then a moment later doubled over in pain. Went out with a bang? But how on earth did she end up getting injured like this?
It would take a really long time to explain. The one thing I can say is that she came out empty, even though she pushed herself that hard.
I risked my life and I couldn't even get 1 point.
Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad.
I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt. Still, though, we're still playing baseball thanks to you failing, right?
Yep. Maybe Mi-chan's last resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think. We have no other recourse now, do we? It means that we need to settle the score front and center in a manner befitting of a baseball game.
That's right. We have to settle it like baseball. I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack, but as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so easily. Like baseball. I don't know. If we look at it like a baseball game, then we can't be picky, can we?
It is our club's creed indeed, after all. That's correct. We can't be picky. That's the virtue of our club.
Rena and Sadako laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
But the cameras are all watching very closely, so it will be hard to cheat.
Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. Am I the only one who thinks this is going on for way too long? This might be the most boring club activity we've had so far. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough. No, this is the best part of the game. That's right. That's the bottleneck. Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold. Ow. I never did think Mi-chan's ways were very ladylike, though. Sadako and Rika-chan both nodded behind Rena. It is baseball, it makes sense why it's boring. I've never in my life watched a baseball match. Then let's get down to business. Our team is down 1 run right now. Plus, it's the bottom of the 9th, and we already have 2 outs. If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases loaded right about now.
There's no point lamenting a failed plan. Our club never loses heart, always goes on to the next one.
Sadako said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Sadako still seemed to have another. Sadako, you seem pretty cheerful, which means you've got something up your sleeve, eh? H-Gun, who do you think she is? It's Sadako-chan, you know? Sadako Hojo-chan. I was right. We called her Trap Master Sadako, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let our guard down against Sadako. I may have taught her, but she's grown a lot and doesn't seem to want to stop. Sometimes, even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins. By the way, me bats next, then Sadako. We're losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, you know, the final boss doesn't seem so bad now. Probably more fun, huh? Then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. I don't understand what the fuck they're even saying. I don't know baseball rules at all. And that final batter was Sadako. So what are you gonna do then, Keiichi? See? You feel like we can win now, right? I can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's gotta be some kind of trap for sure. If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. What does that mean? She's not a dog. There was no Sadako. There was no way Sadako was going to hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box normally, without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she could do. And the fact that you called me here... I see. I think I know where this is going. Every time I watch baseball, I instantly fall asleep. The thing is, baseball is like Japan's big national sport, right? Sure, they've got a few other sports like soccer and I think they're also pretty big on basketball, but baseball is like the big one. It's like what football is in America. So I can see why it pops up here, but it's really not interesting to me. It meant that I was a necessary piece of Sadako's trap. Also, let me stand up. I've been sitting for a while now. Let's put this table to use. I'm excited. I wonder what Sadako will do. I can't wait to see Sadako's walk-off home run either. Kai-chan is indispensable for this. Understand? This is our last chance at creating an upset. We absolutely cannot fail. Right. That much I know for sure. Just watch. Sadako and I will give you all front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time.
Then I'll explain your instructions, Keiichi-san. Lend me your ear for a moment.
Sadako and I huddled up in a hidden place and held a breathing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious. Can I just say that this whole conversation here has gone on for like 20 minutes or longer. They're in the middle of a game, aren't they? It's kind of weird. I wonder what Maebara-san and Hojo are talking about. I bet it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used. Our teammates Tomida-kun and Okamura-kun seemed very nervous. Rena gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety. It'll be okay, everyone. Sadako-chan and Cage-kun will be able to pull this off for us. But, Yugu-san, we're up against the Koshien pitcher. I don't know if Sadako's traps will be much good. Now, everyone, be silent and watch. You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. He was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Yeah, we found out about that in the last game. Mion waved her hands at the umpire. What's that? We've got a pinch hitter. I, Mion Sonozaki, am switching out with Keiichi Maibara. Are you sure I'll be alright? The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter, who had jumped in with a golf club. Don't underestimate Keiichi now. The members of her club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Does it just stop here? But the music's still playing. Oh. My hopes got just crushed. Man. This probably means like we're about halfway through this scene, right? Man. God, why must you punish us? Jay, I am very thankful that you're here to share in my suffering. We're gonna get it. Sadako's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Sadako was the last batter, it even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. There had been a long time out since I got here, yet true. And during that time, the opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. Now, this is Sadako we're talking about, so maybe she gave him a laxative somehow, calculated to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun. There he was. In front... Why is the creepy music playing? Are we gonna kill him? In front of the urinal, pleasingly taking care of his business. Okay, great. He thought it was only natural he would win at a grass lot game like this, and relax enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I too casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kameda-kun was doing his business at the farthest one. I went to the one next to him. You don't do that. Come on, what the fuck? Ugh. That is like invasion of privacy at the on the highest order. Oh my, no, wait. Keiichi, that's disgusting, bro.
Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Yeah. Normally, you would if it's that small of a public toilet, you use a stall, bro. Keiichi broke the biggest rule. Keiichi's gonna die for that. You never do that. Kameda's gonna pull a knife. Kameda couldn't seem to notice me. I had stood right next to him after all. Bro, are you looking at my dick? What? Look who it is, the big pinch hitter. He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Sadako planned. I'm the one who should be laughing. The fuck did he do?
I wonder if Keiichi-kun can do it.
He will be fine. When Keiichi-san is serious, he can do this much more. He can do this much before breakfast.
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
Is Maibara-san really going to be able to beat that pitcher?
You don't feel any confidence in Kei-chan after being in the same class with him? Someday, he could be strong enough to control all of humanity. Join Kei-chan, and you could easily rule the world. The world? Our teammates exchanged glances. Did Maibara-sensei really have such senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? He's gonna rip his dick off. My question caused my Kameda-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment, he didn't know what to say. Sorry? I don't think I heard you right. Could you say that again? I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead, and said it once more, clearly. No, why does the music have to return? Because it's the best theme, of course. I'll say it one more time. Let us win. Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kameda's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could clearly tell he was confused. What, are you some kind of moron? Let you win? Are you insane? I've relayed our demands. What's your reply? Yes or no? Goes without saying. Like hell, I'll let you win. Is your brain broken? Kameda didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom. Kameda-kun, what does victory mean for you? That's a dumb question. Priceless absolute supremacy. Nothing else can change it. He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me. How like a sportsman to say that. Victory decides all. No one can change that. Of course not. No matter what kind of threats or bribes you come to me with, there is nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory. I was waiting for those words. After spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kameda's face. And don't you think you should ask? Something worth abandoning your precious victory for? What kind of compensation you could be given? What are you saying, stupid? There's nothing that can make me do that. He was denying it, but he stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions. In a magazine interview, you said your favorite foods are grilled meat and that you don't like sweets. But you lied about that, didn't you? Well, what? For example, let's say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin? Korean barbecue? Olive beef tongue?
that wouldn't be it. You wouldn't bring meat with you. It would be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat. The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet. You love Western treats like that, don't you? Kameda-kun's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet. And we were well aware of his embarrassment and his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kameda-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. Alright. So we didn't abandon the Yakuza stuff. That's still a thing, huh? It was not only for one chapter. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on. No! I love the hearty bonin. No. What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts topped with colorful creams. It almost makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame. Cute desserts, like those girls, so clear and clean. And with your acne-laden face, your sports cut, and your lust in full display, you sully them. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch. Ah, shut up! That's right. You eat desserts, but you don't love them. You just dirty them, violate them, and chew them. And all you do is relish in the enjoyment of soiling them. Please, no more. My secret pleasure has been found out. I can't go on living. I have to die. You idiot, don't end your life so easily. Curse slam, what the fuck am I reading? I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kameda-kun fell down like a girl. His eyes started watering and he broke down. I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts. I'm nothing but a pervert pretending to be a proper sportsman. That's right. You are a pervert. Whatever the fuck this is supposed to be read out as. This time I didn't hit him. Instead I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders. Do not cry, Kameda. What's wrong with a man being a pervert? Dun dun! Huh? A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him. You've been honest to yourself. You can brag about that. You can be arrogant about it. You can be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself, and Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion. Yes, I have been deeply moved by what you show me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods eaten after meals. That's what I thought this whole time, but I was mistaken. And you showed me that. Thanks to you, I can. Starting tomorrow, I'll be able to enjoy my desserts in a completely different way. For example, strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. Kameda's throat cried out. Oh, we're in Angel Mort. Okay. The simplicity of strawberry shortcake, indeed. It's somehow old-fashioned, like the orthodox maids from the gaudy times of the late 1800s. Not those flirty maids with short skirts we have now. An orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid. It's just strawberries, but please, master, I could not prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great. Please give them a taste. It's such a turn on. A turn on. Because they're only strawberries, the soft, accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, and embroidery. And she takes it and splits it with her fork for her master, an elegant aristocrat. No, it would be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly like her bad master in his greasy sweat. No more than that. The dent in the strawberry after plucking it, isn't that even better? And you let your tongue crawl over it. What kind of a taste must that be? The dent after you pick the strawberry. You can't hold it in anymore. I'll go to Angel Mort on my way home and just gaze at that shortcake until I'm sated. The girls dressed up beautifully just for me. I draw closer to the trembling maidens, and then one by one, I can't read this anymore. What am I doing with my life? Every single game gets worse and worse on the unhingedness. This is plain weird. This is just... I can't. What's happening? I can't even describe this. Okay. For everyone I eat, I hold my jaw tight just like this and appraise the goods, wondering who to go for next. Please translate girls as cake, alright? Cage-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine. As if cherishing each one, I hold my jaw tight like this and... Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind. Kameda, I'll say it one more time. Let us win. But that would... Then fine. I won't rely on you. I rejected Kameda outright and turned my heel. Enough! We've lost this game. It's over! I don't care about it anymore. Instead, once this game is over, why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat of those lovely young ladies decorated like Western dolls in frills and ribbons. Tonight will be the greatest feast I have ever known. All you can eat. But despite this being the bathroom, Kameda could put both his hands on the floor. I was wrong. What's wrong, Kameda-kun? You have something to say? Then say it. This is the first time I've met someone like you. Until now, I always thought something was wrong with me, and I had to have fun secretly. What are you waiting for, you tiny man? I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand and show me how great you really are. Come with me and accept that it is our world. Do not show this to Dinkler. It will break him. How did we go from a baseball game to this? I have no idea, bro. Let's just accept it, okay? Clap. Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world. Don't shake his filthy toilet. Yeah. Don't shake that. Holy fuck. These guys just basically, they basically shake dicks. The handshake of the bound of our souls. Ardent and intense. Tight and steadfast. For a long time, we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly, as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. Cake will never look the same to me again. Well, I'm gonna have a strawberry shortcake after this. That was the moment the man who would pass into legend for eating so much during Angel Mord's all-you-can-eat dessert that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. He would eventually write his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. But none of that had anything to do with this. Then, until later. For now, just play the game the way I described it. With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then Kamada couldn't stop me. Wait! At least, tell me your name! Who, me? My name is Keiichi Maebara. No. I kind of didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name. Just call me... K. 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 Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that.
Sadako to Keiichi-san. How do things go?
Keiichi to Sadako. Negotiations successful. We settled on he and I getting all-you-can-eat dessert at Angel Mord. Mion, no problem, right? 2 guests for Angel Mord's all-you-can-eat dessert. Roger that. I'll set it up. I'm actually quite interested in how you negotiated with him. They had a really fun talk about how delicious dessert is probably... Oh. Can't you use the golf club and wake up? This isn't real. This is insanity. Is it over? Oh no. After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion, but all of the pieces were already in place. The straight pitch whipped me like a buffet, true to a bullet, true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch, as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pinch hitter is standing straight up, too. But doesn't Kamada-kun look a little strange? Hey, Joe! What's good, man? And he actually won. Holy shit. Like, how far behind is YouTube now? 20 minutes or something. Pure unhinged. True. Also, hello, Yum Yum. Or Jum Jum. I'm sorry. But doesn't Kamada-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. Yay, now Joe can enjoy the pain? Hey, what's good, man? What's wrong, Kamada-kun? Not feeling well today. Wait, that's him? He looks like a fucking... Okay. What is that forehead? Okay, look. You know what he looks like? When you start a Pokemon game
that very first trainer on the very first route is always a kid, right? It's always a male kid. The preschooler things. Point your head down. What, like that? My forehead isn't as bad as his. Identical. Okay. Okay. That's how he looks like. God. I couldn't swing at the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got? You little... Boom! The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, it curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly. You don't need any little tricks on a straight pitch, Kameda-kun. Do people fall for those curves a lot? Batters around here, that is? Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Oshima's Kameda, the pitcher who conquered Koshien, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it. So when do people start dying? I hope very soon. What, Kameda-kun? Scared of going right down the middle? Everyone calls you the best. You never walk the batter. Shit. Murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion through the through the reporters. Well, what is he? Who is this Keiichi Maebara? How can he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball?
He's just bluffing. He knows he can win. Kameda would never throw a ball that an insincere guy like that could hit.
No, I don't think it's a bluff. They say that at a high level. You can see right through others. Kameda is, without a doubt, one of the best. Which must mean he can see through that mysterious man's true value. A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Cage. Shit, I don't have my sunglasses here.
Is this? Could it be?
The idiot pinch hitter who came in cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius. Is this officially the longest club activity, or am I going insane? It is. And I am this close to skipping. I'm sure baseball has long since lost its charm for him. Now he's trying to switch over to golf. A genius slugger making a transfer into the golf world. What a tremendous loss for baseball! Stop the presses! We're changing up our sports columns. Boom! Ball! Now it's a full count. This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Sadako. What the fuck? Why is the bot going crazy there? It was... Man. It did nothing for the last 2 hours and now it spews it all out. I'm sorry for bot spam. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kameda-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to have been fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kameda-kun to lose, but... Sadako, isn't this going too far?
Huh? Do your best now, Cage-san. Today, this game. Tomorrow, all of baseball.
I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now.
Ball! Base on balls!
Have you gotten scared, Kameda-kun? I thought you were better than this. Kameda-kun hung his head in feigned dejection. Keiichi, I did all this according to plan, right? Yeah. Well done, Kameda-kun.
Keep going like this for the next batter. Let's wrap this thing up and then... we'll go get all we can eat. Grin. Kameda-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview. Maibara-kun, do you plan on settling the score with Kameda-kun and Koshien? Things seemed like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess I'm not really into baseball. Koshien? I've never been interested in Japanese baseball. Sorry. Oh, and they're gonna take it like he's taking on the world. Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation. Yes, Kai-chan got on base just as planned. Next, Sadako-chan is at bat. What would she do? What would she do?
All right then. Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all.
Sadako stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter, maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Maibara-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see, so this is why Kameda-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out. But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, we cannot make light of him. That Keiichi Maibara.
All right. Come on now, Kameda-san.
Oh my god, does he look ugly as shit. Who designed this fuck? Oh, we gotta see this. I feel so bad, but I'm pressing the sprite button. He doesn't have any. Who would have thought of that? Okay. You're making fun of me. Who do you think I am, anyway? Keisa, no. Maibara-san was one thing. You think I'll lose to the likes of you? Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kameda-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I could hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Sadako? She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat? Vroom! She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. Only natural. Every single batter has struck out. Even if worst came to worst, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kameda-kun said this. I can't take it seriously with someone like you. I'll give you a chance. I'll throw the next one slow and underhanded. I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy. Of course, these lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kameda-kun gives me a look. Is that alright? Yeah. You did great. You look very natural. Kameda, you are a splendid actor. No, compared to Kei-san, I'm nothing. Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters. But Kei-san, however slowly I pitch, can this girl really hit it? Don't worry. And throw the ball like we planned. I think I've got a good idea of how this will turn out. Our exchange over, Kameda-kun moved from set position into a pitching stance. Oh my god. Is this what you see before you die? Can I have the bat for a second, Sadako? I just want to take a swing while you're standing like that, you know?
Why'd they have to make art for this?
In the merciful pitch, I'll hit a huge home run off of it.
She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kameda-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch, as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Sadako, who had been striking out the whole time, just when people started to think that way, the members of our club had already realized that Sadako's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kameda-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Sadako... Crack! Whoa! She got it! Look at it go!
Even need to run, do I? What?
The super huge home run Sadako hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight, and then roars of applause. Despite this being what we'd anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Sadako strutted over to first base.
Come on, what are you doing, Cage-san? Second base is that way.
Sadako, you're really good at baseball. Sadako grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Yeah, fuck the snaggletooth. GG, Sadako. Well played. Come to think of it, she played baseball along with Tomida-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play means she was by no means bad at it. And you purposely struck out all those times? Since before Kameda-kun even got here? Jeez, you've really got something for every occasion.
I say this all the time, did I not? I only have one trap, and when everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry.
Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. But when Sadako did it, it looked so cool. Did it now. We crossed home plate in order, then me, then Sadako, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Mahaibara-san, that was amazing, totally cool. I never thought it would happen. Tomida-kun and Okamura-kun praised me. How about that, Tomida-kun, Okamura-kun? I turned things around just fine.
Reina thinks you were cool too. Good work.
It was nothing. I briskly clapped my hand against Rena's outstretched palm. Sadako did brilliantly too. She gave us a spectacular ending.
Who do you think I am?
Man, can't underestimate her. Sadako Hojo.
Kei-chan was great too, winning Kameda over like that. He is a magician of words.
Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment.
But really, only Cage-san could have pulled off such a drastic move.
Yeah, because none of you could have gone to the boys' toilet.
I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. I would very much like you to teach me sometime.
Sadako learned such displays of power that's terrifying to even imagine. I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us. Oh, right, this guy. Well, I never. You actually won. I'm shocked. We said Sadako could hit it, didn't we? You didn't believe us at all. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Sadako, smiling dryly.
And Cage-kun was amazing too, wasn't he? Cage-kun is actually the most reliable person here.
He's not. Well, when I saw him come in with a golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but that breathtaking battle against Kameda-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking bars.
I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kamada-kun and I were thinking about our evil desert-violating ways. Dessert. Excuse me, Coach. You remember your promise, do you not?
Yeah, this is... Yes, I have no choice.
We did it! We did it! Cage-kun, this means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow. Rena clapped her hands and we all began to dance with joy. Tomida-kun and our other teammates were jumping up and down too. What's that about? A barbecue meetup? Hey, wait, what on earth are you talking about?
Ah! We made a promise that if you won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats. It wasn't looking good for a while when Kamada-kun appeared, but thanks to Cage-san, we've won that privilege.
I see, so that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost. Irie's big wallet will be so sad.
Poor dude. You're right about that. But I did make a promise.
When we eat, we do it without mercy. Oopsie. We need to feed our growing bodies after all.